Fridays are awesome, like our new camera shot. Thanks for joining us for CNN Student News from the CNN Center. I'm Carl Azuz. First up today, a quick check of the headlines. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is recovering after undergoing surgery to treat pancreatic cancer. Doctors discovered a small tumor in her pancreas in January. Justice Ginsburg, who has served in the Supreme Court since 1993, suffered a previous bout of cancer in 1999. The Senate is scaling back the Buy American provision in the economic stimulus bill. As you remember, the clause would require the government to use U.S. products for stimulus projects. Senators agreed not to remove the clause entirely, but they say it won't override existing trade treaties. Millions of TV viewers have 4 more months to prepare for the day their local stations make the move to digital. The U.S. House of Representatives passed a Senate bill Wednesday that pushes the switch from analog signals back to June 12th that was originally scheduled for February 17th. And scientists are watching Alaska's Mount Redoubt, waiting for the volcano to erupt any day now. It's been dormant for about 20 years, but when it does explode, it could spread ash across parts of the state.
A word to the wise: dormant, lying asleep or temporarily inactive.
A bird strike. That was the reason why U.S. Airways Flight 1549 lost power last month, just minutes after it took off from New York's LaGuardia Airport. The pilot, Chesley B. Sully Sullenberger, knew immediately that his aircraft was in trouble, but it was his quick response and that of his crew that's credited with saving the lives of everyone on board. Tapes of the conversation between Sullenberger and air traffic controllers were recently released. Take a listen to this.
Cactus 1539 hit birds through lost thrust on both engines returning back towards LaGuardia.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia. Turn left heading up 220.
220.
Tower, stop your departures. Got emergency returning. It's 1529. He bird strike. He lost all engine. He lost the thrust in the engines. He's returning immediately.
Cactus 1529. Which engines?
He lost thrust in both engines. He said.
Got it.
Cactus 1529. We can get it for you. Do you want to try to land runway 13?
We're unable. We may end up in the Hudson.
All right, Cactus 1549. It's going to be left traffic to runway 31.
Unable.
Okay, what do you need to land? Cactus 1549. Runway 4 is available if you want to make left traffic to runway 4.
I'm not sure we can make any runway. What's over to our right? Anything in New Jersey? Maybe Teterboro?
Okay, yeah, off your right side is Teterboro Airport. Do you want to try to go to Teterboro?
Yes.
Teterboro, Empire, actually LaGuardia departure guy, emergency inbound.
Hey, guys.
Cactus 1529 over the George Washington Bridge, wants to go to the airport right now.
Wants to go to our airport. Check. Does he need assistance?
Yes, it was a bird strike. Can I get him in for runway 1?
Runway 1, that's good.
Cactus 1529, turn right 280, you can land runway 1 at Teterboro.
We can't do it.
Okay, which runway would you like at Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
I'm sorry, say again, Cactus? Cactus 1549, radar contact is lost. You also got Newark Airport up at 2 o'clock in about 7 miles. Eagle Flight 4718, turn left heading 210.
210, 4718. I think he said he was going in the Hudson.
A miracle indeed. One Facebook page for Captain Sullenberger has more than 500,000 fans. We're aiming high too, and you guys are helping make it happen from around the world. We have seen wall posts from France, Scotland, China, South Korea, and of course from tons of you here in the US. We've added some new pictures to the page, new video, plus a poll on our next video. So check it out, let us know what you think, and if you're not a fan yet, log on to Facebook, search for Carl Azuz Official, and sign up. Well, between work, school, everyone's busy schedules, it can be hard to get the whole family in one place. But there is something that's bringing relatives closer together these days: the struggling economy. What? Well, with times being tight, more and more families are moving in together, bringing multiple generations under the same roof. Alina Cho explores the growing trend.
Gracias.
Just a year ago, German and Lillian Tixey had a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate their new home. They planned to live on the first floor and rent the second and third. But they never dreamed their tenants would be their own adult children until German suddenly lost his job.
He was pretty quiet. He didn't want us to talk about it. We're all like, oh, we're gonna help you. I can get you a job.
German's daughter, Kanessa Tixey, moved in. So did her stepbrother Eric, stepsister Lily, and her family. They're all helping out by paying rent, and their landlords are strict.
You better pay the rent on time. Actually, they charged us a deposit.
It's a living situation that's becoming common. According to grandparents.com, 65% of those surveyed say the bad economy will bring more multi-generational families together under the same roof.
This is a dollars and cents issue. When it comes to the bottom line, can you afford to live on your own? And if you can't, then families come together and do what they have to do.
It's not without its downfalls.
Every time I go out, they're like looking out the window or asking me where I'm going. It's like I feel 16 again.
The music is too high and we call it, put it down because, sometimes we have to sleep.
Experts say problems are bound to arise.
The little things can get to you. I hear the most problems from the kitchen. I know one mom was telling me that she just burst into tears because her mother was criticizing the way she made a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
But if living together is a dollars and cents issue, time together is priceless, even more so for the Tixeys. This multi-generational family is about to expand. Lily is due in April.
We're very close, we're united, and I think now that we live together, it shows even more. Many of our friends and families come here and they wish they were this close.
The new living situation ends up helping the kids, too. By living with their parents, they all pay less rent. Kanessa joked that they also save money by stopping down at Mom and Dad's for meals. And, of course, the laundry. No more laundromat around the corner. By the way, with all the concerns about layoffs, the family feels living together provides a safety net for everyone. Alina Cho, CNN, New York.
Today's shout out goes out to Mrs. Howard's social studies classes at Ripley High School in Ripley, Oklahoma. To whom did Major League Baseball dedicate its 1997 season? Was it Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Roger Maris, or Abner Doubleday? You've got 3 seconds. Go! The 1997 season was dedicated to Jackie Robinson, marking the 50th anniversary of his debut in the league. That's your answer, and that's your shout-out.
Pretty impressive honor, but well-deserved. You see, Robinson's debut in the majors marked a milestone, not just for the sport, but for the country. As we continue our special coverage of Black History Month, that moment leads off our look at some accomplishments in the field of athletics.
On April 15, 1947, a baseball player named Jackie Robinson stepped onto a field in Brooklyn, New York, breaking an almost 60-year color barrier. He became the first African-American to play in the major leagues since the 19th century. And Robinson would score the winning run in that debut, finishing that season as Rookie of the Year. And 2 years later, he was MVP of the league. Eventually, Robinson would be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. In 2007, 60 years after Robinson's first game, the world celebrated Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith at Super Bowl 41. They became the first African-American head coaches in NFL history to coach in the sports championship game. The Colts would go on to win the title that year, making Tony Dungy the first black head coach to win a Super Bowl. In 1997, Tiger Woods went on a record-smashing spree as he became the first African-American and youngest person of any race to win the Masters. He did so at an amazing 18 under par, a tournament record, and he won by an incredible 12-stroke lead, yet another first. Celebrating African-American achievements in the sports arena this Black History Month.
Before we go today, a California construction worker strikes gold, archaeologically speaking. What he actually struck was tusk, an 8-footer from an ancient mammoth. Scientists think this thing roamed the earth about 500,000 years ago. These days, he's just taking a dirt nap. So what about the rest of the bygone beast? The first discovery was followed when experts unearthed its skull and bones, although it will take a while to get all this out of the ground. But they are putting in a mammoth effort. Well, that is where we wrap things up today. You guys have a great weekend. I'm Carl Azuz.